Welcome to the lesson. Let's look at our objective for today. So our objectives for today, by the end of the lesson, learners should be able to identify the causative agent of cholera. Enumerate at least 3 symptoms and preventions of cholera. Now let us observe these pictures. So here there is a picture 1. Let's observe the community or what we have here. Then we have the next picture. That is picture 2. Look at this community, this community, and then that of this house too. It is clear that there is something going wrong here. There is filth here and there is stagnant water. It rained and the rain has just stuck over there. What do you think will be the cause of this? Great. So it might be the improper way of day keeping rubbish at this picture, and then this place too, the improper landscaping of the house has led to the area to be flooded. Now let's go on. So as a result of the picture, it may lead to cholera. It may lead to cholera. So when we say cholera is an infectious disease that causes severe watery diarrhea, which can lead to dehydration and even death. So when we go back to our picture, you can see that this is a field and it will breed a lot of bacteria, virus, and the rest. Great. Cholera is caused by a bacterium called Vibrio cholera. Vibrio cholera. So Vibrio cholera is caused by it's a bacterium that causes the disease called cholera. Great. So this is an example of the Vibrio cholera. This is how it looks like. So we have one to be here, the Vibrio cholera, and then another Vibrio cholera. When it gets into your body, it will bring the cholera. So let's take a look at it very well. So it is called, the bacterium that causes cholera is Vibrio cholera. So we have looked at a picture and we are going on common areas the bacterium can be found. So there are certain common areas that the bacteria can be found, and I have shown you two pictures. These areas can lead to the breeding of the bacterium. So let's look at other places. We have poor water supplies. Poor water supply can lead to cholera. Food and drink sold on the street. Food and drink sold on the street, when it is not properly maintained, it will breed the bacterium. Fruit and vegetable grown with water polluted with human wastes. So when fruits, there are some areas that people cultivate fruit and vegetable, and they use waste water to water it. And then uncooked and uncovered seafoods sold at polluted area. So you can see that most of our watches and rice that we buy in town, they are normally located at the edge of a gutter. You can just move around and be looking at it. Most of our restaurants and shops are located at the edge of gutter. So if the gutter is not well maintained, it will surely breed this bacterium, and people will be affected whenever it rains or there is any flood. So let's have some symptoms of cholera. When the vibrio cholera enters into your intestine, what happens? There is pain in the abdomen. You feel pain in your abdomen. So this is not a skin disease like what we did the other time. This is an intestinal disease. The bacterium enters into your intestine and it begins to worry you. We have the nausea. You'll be feeling nausea. Severe diarrhea. There will be severe diarrhea. You'll be running. When we say running, you'll be passing out stool in a watery form, and it's the stool that comes looks like rice water. Vomiting or watery diarrhea, as I've said already, you'll be vomiting. Whilst you are vomiting, you'll be passing feces too. So from your mouth, from your anus, from your mouth, from your anus. Then dehydration. Since you are vomiting and you are passing out water from your system, you'll be dehydrated. Water in your body will reduce. The water content in your body will come down. That is the dehydration, the loss of water in your body system. So we are still on it. When we have symptoms of dehydration. When you have dehydration, when there is no water in your system, you'll be having rapid heartbeat. You'll be having rapid heartbeat. Your heart, the beat of your heart goes fast. Low blood pressure. Since the pressure that the heart is supposed to pump will reduce. It will not be able to pump to the satisfaction of the normal rate of your human body or your heart. And you'll be observing dry throat, nose, and eyelid. You'll be having thirst, and then muscle cramp. Since there is no water in your system, your muscle will cramp. It will look like an old person, like 80 or 90-year-old man or woman. That's it. So how can we prevent cholera? So we are looking at prevention. We should make sure that our environment is clean always. We should make sure that our environment is clean always. Unclean water should be boiled before drinking. Treat water with a chlorine product or household bleach. Always store your treated water in a clean, covered container. And then wash your hands regularly. In summary, in today's lesson, we have learned that Cholera is an infectious disease. It can lead to dehydration and even death. It is caused by Vibrio cholera. Symptoms of cholera: pain in the abdomen, nausea, severe diarrhea, vomiting or watery diarrhea, dehydration. Prevention: we should make sure that our environment is clean always. Unclean water should be boiled before drinking. Treat water with a chlorine product or household bleach. Always store your treated water in a clean, covered container. Wash your hands regularly. So, in our next meeting, we shall look at science and industry. Science and industry. So, until we meet again, so in our next meeting, we shall look at science and industry. Science and industry. So until we meet again,